a lot of time on film. I spend a lot of time in front of the computer editing. So I'm like this. I'm all hunched over. Okay, so let's talk about that. I have terrible problems with strain up the back of my neck and headaches. So let's talk about headaches first.
Okay.
How does what you do address headaches?
Great question. Everything that happens in the body happens through what's called your nervous system. So your brain's up here, it sends signals down your spinal cord, and then those signals go out and leave through nerves.
Okay.
So if I want my finger to move, it's because my brain signaled to that part of my body to tell my fingers to do that, and then we're signaling back, hey, we're doing the job, and life goes on.
Right.
So in the case of headaches, a lot of times that's coming from what's called a subluxation or irritation at this upper cervical area on the very top bone of the neck. So everything moves in the body, right? It's how our bodies move. And sometimes things can shift and move out of place and kind of get stuck like that. So now it can create a pressure and interference in how that signal is being transmitted from the brain out to whatever body part we're dealing with.
That's interesting. I like that.
And in the case of headaches, we're specifically looking at what's going on in this upper cervical area. So in the office, when we're doing evaluations, we'll use things like x-ray so we can see what the structural alignment looks like. We also do neurological testing so we could check what is the functional aspect that's happening and take all that information, combine it together to figure out, where is this person's problem coming from, and then how do we correct it through chiropractic care.
That's great. That's great. So that really, it addresses the root of the problem. How about the strain of the neck from hunched over? What basic tips would you give us busy computer users?
Okay. So that's everybody, right? In
Right.
2016, about to be 2017, there's not a single person I know, or forget computers, what are we doing all day? We're on phones.
Yes.
So, and we're noticing this a lot more in children that we're working with, is that people are coming in and they're spending hours of their day forward. And so what happens is now it places a lot of extra pressure and tension on not only strain on the muscles in the back, but there's organs in here, like your heart and your lungs. It's a lot harder to breathe in fully when you're forward and flexed like this than it is when you're open and your lungs can actually expand. So now it's affecting other organ systems as well. So the number one tip that it can give you is if you're using a laptop, stop.
Oh, okay.
Because when you have a laptop, you have to lean forward in order to reach the screen.
Yes.
So if you have a laptop and you're like married to it and you can't stop, you could buy for really cheap a keyboard, an external keyboard, and attach it to it. And you could take some textbooks and prop your laptop up so that it's eye level and have your keyboard lower so that you can maintain a neutral posture.
That's a great tip. I didn't think about that.
That's why I'm
Right, exactly. And we work on laptops all the time.